this secret of Warframe has just shocked me. But before that, you go from massive NPCs who are rooted into the wall to using mechs like I am a Power Ranger. Junctions where they are guarded by Warframes that just one-shot me, to bosses that take me forever to kill. And then, worst of all, being lied to by Space Mum herself as she gets exposed by the coolest hybrid human Warframe NPC I have ever seen. But none of that even tops the secret that I just found out. What is going on with Warframe? So I've been playing Warframe for only a couple of hours, which you can see my journey so far in these two videos. And so, continuing my journey deeper into Warframe, the game has kept me on my toes in such a good way. The secret of Warframe cleared the confusion I had about this game instantly. But there are just so many stories I want to tell you beyond that. Whether that's the fun jet wings that I can control, the community that came to my rescue when I needed it most, or how I got gifted my first Prime Warframe ever. We got a lot to unpack, so let me tell you a story, my story about Warframe. In the 14 years Warframe has been out, I haven't touched the game nor watched any content. But that all changed quite recently. In the previous episode, we bullet jumped our way into the world of Warframe. And to put it simply, I was amazed. After being able to just get a taste of what the missions were like, how great the world creation was, we asked ourselves, do we dip our toes deeper? I think that is a yes for sure. So today, I progress onto my journey with noob-like mistakes, absolute confusion on the story as well as the mechanics, but I was determined to understand the story even more. Like this time, we start our journey in Deimos. Instead of the chilling outside we saw in Fortuna, we are now met with the infested, overgrown, blazingly red, and somewhat gory world of Cambrian Drift. No intro song unfortunately, as we meet both Lloyd and Otak who whimsically explain the dire situation that is happening within this world.
You received our distress signal. Mother will be pleased.
What? Visitors? Look at you now, a real chip off the old monolith.
Wait.
Huh? Just the right
What?
sort to save us from the
What am I saying?
cataclysm. Come on!
We agreed. I was handling orientation protocol.
Sorry, Lloyd. It's just too exciting.
We are in crisis, Tenno. Our defense against the Grey Strain has failed. The Necrolisk is in lockdown, but it doesn't matter. The infestation has compromised the very heart itself. We have been forced to rephase into Martian.
But how are you, anyway? Things good?
I can't take this guy seriously anymore.
It is imperative you meet Mother, receive her instructions, and prevent the imminent intradimensional catastrophe. Demonstrate your combat readiness, and I will grant you the requisite security clearance.
He says that we need to meet Mother, but we need to prove ourselves first, which proving ourselves is exactly what we did. It is then we get the chance to meet Mother, which at this point I wasn't too sure if their name was actually Mother, but let's just say I was in some ways perplexed at what I was seeing when I actually saw Mother. The hell? It is then Mother who tells us the history of the Entrati, but quickly mentions Father. Now at this point I was getting a theme, but I was still confused, so to say. We really had to go meet Father? You're damn right we did. And at this point, was I even surprised? I got the theme fairly early. And so, in trying to repair this broken family, we now meet both sister and brother. It is with sister that we find another relaxing way to just enjoy the game. In Fortuna, I had the wonderful K-Drive. Well, in this world, we can fish for floating fishes. Yeah, of many different sizes, I was indeed impressed. Moving on, we go deeper into the vault to meet with brother as sister instructed. And let's just say the gory parts of the world was really getting to me now. Diving deeper, we are met with another puzzle. This wasn't some classic click and point puzzle, but more of a memory puzzle. The icons appear where the order goes from top to bottom. Unfortunately, whilst I had the energy and the effort, the smarts wasn't really quite catching up.
Don't distract them. This is very mentally taxing for a Tenno.
Ooh, let me!
Oh, okay, I'm wrong again. Okay, what the fuck do we do here? Okay. Oh, great, nice.
Success!
Okay, I won't lie to you, that was the most like random of buttons, by the way. However, through natural talent and gaming ability of the highest caliber, we somehow got through. We get to the heart and we are quickly ambushed by this rogue looking character, which if I'm being honest, I am really confused, so please do bear with me. They destroy the heart and we are practically just like any other human being. Losing all of our unique abilities, they tell me to resurface, which is harder than expected. Wait, I have to what now? Wait, the one time where I need to be stealth now. Oh, this is just great. This is fucking great.
Be patient. Let them pass before moving on.
Oh, okay, Lloyd. Okay. Oh my, I'm sorry, Lloyd. Now that we're practically useless, the plan to restore the heart becomes just a bit more difficult. Or so I thought. The fuck is this?
Alright, with the void closing up, you're gonna be too weak to help in that frame.
Fair. I like how Dad's straight to the point.
Snake's in rough shape, but she's got enough juice for one last ride. What do you say? Ready to go old war style? Alright. Not ideal.
We get put into what looks like a retro mech from Gears of War, and we are ready to destroy some infested. We climb our way back down again, and like what any janitor would do, we clean the house. Again, and again, and again. Wait, am I already? Oh my lord. Despite not being paid for this janitor work, we were able to restore the heart, even if it was in the most botched way you can think of. Wait, am I really just Is this really the way I'm doing this? Dude, surely there's a better way than doing this. Fair. Okay, that's one. Even with all of this gusto, it still wasn't enough. And so, my viewers always come in clutch for me. They were able to help me out. Dude, this feels so bootleg the way how I'm repairing, quote unquote, repairing the heart. There's also platforms you stand on, circles on the ground you stand on. Oh, these ones? Oh! Sybil, you are a godsend. You know that.
There it is, Tenno. You've got to destroy this thing.
Yes.
That's where we started.
You have no idea how jealous I am right now.
Oh! What the heck? Oh, this is cool. You know what? Get that, bro. Oh god. Oh, I'm dead.
Snake? Snake!
We decimate the Void Warframe with ease. And in this heroic feat, the family looks like they are even more united together than before. We speak with grandmother, who we just realized it was this cheeky old bugger who engineered the whole situation to reunite the family together. What a way to work her magic. And with that, it was back to the cosmos to help another planet. But there was something so interesting about Deimos. The fishing, the critters, heck, even the random interaction between these two behemoths that Daughter just showed us. Everything just feels alive. And honestly, that is what I've been feeling consistently. Now, we've been dissecting planet after planet, but I wanted to take our journey to perhaps someplace else. perhaps to the atmosphere in space. The Odonata, or how I hope you pronounce that. Now, I know what you uncle and auntie Tennos think. Why are you so excited over the Archwings? The missions aren't even that great, but I digress. After Deimos, we swiftly obtained the 3 glorious pieces that we needed to go beyond the bullet jumping and take to the skies. Although Ordis didn't really calibrate the Archwing.
My calibrations, it's not...
Oh, Ordis, fuck your calibrations.
Do it now.
Who cares? It was Space Mom that said otherwise, and frankly, I kind of felt like Iron Man when he just got thrown out by Loki. We put on our wings and are gifted with an atmosphere that got me jumping out of my seat. You guys detested Archwing missions, but I could only care at what my eyes were seeing. The abilities that you were given, I was blinking through space. Just listen to what I'm saying. It's the fact that everything is so smooth as well. That's the thing what I like about it. Gatling guns that are sensational against the air. Pair that with an amazing space environment. How could I not love the Archwing missions? Unfortunately, the Archwing missions were short-lived. But for the short time I was in space, my mind was just racing at what would be next. What was it going to throw at my face and say, do you like this? Well, let me show you this. And let me tell you, I was amazed once again. We got back to the ship and it's time for another upgrade. Whether that's because it was taking forever for me to kill any mob on my screen. No, I want to move! Get out of my way! Or how my viewers kept on nagging me to upgrade. We're never gonna know. With our Warframe reinvigorated with upgrades, we went back to Junction completion and defeated some bosses with the usual Raslo-like struggles, and we were on our way. We get prompted to choose our own syndicate, which I always feel there is always some judgment on who you pick, and so I blindly decided to filter my favorite on just one thing: coolness. Yeah, it sounds lame as hell. And so my coolness internal meter was absolutely getting filled up, pause, by the Arbiters of Hexes. I mean, come on, don't they just look epic? Now, as I am completing my junctions, there is a couple things I have realized. Firstly, for the life of me, I still cannot bullet jump my way smoothly across doors. 2, I am forever always going to die to a boss or even the Warframe protecting the Junction. That's just a given. And 3, even though I despise defense missions, I detest spy missions. You know what it is. I just go through the missions with so much gusto that finesse is completely thrown outside the window. Or in this case, thrown into outer space. Yeah, terrible joke. Whether that is because of god-awful puzzles, mobs that swarm you when I'm trying to extract the data, oh, and who can forget about my noob level movement hitting every sensor, being detected by every camera, or not even paying attention to the mobs that are walking around. It is a disaster. However, we would only need 1 out of the 3 in every spy mission, so just like my grades in school, I did exactly what I needed to do. And there was no going above and beyond for Space Mom, clearly. We still trucked our way through the Uranus Junction with vim and gusto, and despite the confusing Mesorelic quests and the spy missions, where I still struggled to get free, I was still having a blast. I really was. No spinny mag, no spinny, no, get out of my way! There you go. Woo! Now, granted, I was taking way too long to complete each quest due to being solo, but the learning experience with each one was just rounding my rough edges as a new Warframe player. Which was evident for me as when I got to the boss of Uranus, I decided to listen to my viewers and open up my party. And doing that is always somewhat of a fear for me. You see, I am someone who likes to do things not necessarily my way, but a way that I can say I earned it. And as you can see, whilst the players in the party right now mean well, the way how they were clearing the boss in just mere seconds sometimes left a rather emptiness in my stomach. Like, did I deserve that smooth progression? But I do understand at the same time, it just helps me progress quicker and get onto the things that actually have some more meaning. I may have thought that this baby Tenno wanted to share, but what do you guys think? Something we did end up doing ourselves is the Uranus Junction. Unlike the several times where I nearly died or just got absolutely owned, we took care of the Equinox Spectre with ease. And so, we charged onwards. We enter Uranus and we had to use the Archwings again, but this time underwater? Wait, we swim in our wings? You bet, cool. This is sick. What can these magnificent wings not do? I was loving it. Shortly after, the game just told us to keep playing missions until we see some strange looking robots, which at first had me confused, but I just kept playing. Directionless, as I was wondering if I was doing things right, when would it come, what would it even look like, but the community had my back. Completing node after node, I finally triggered it, and I was in for something that would hook me instantly. It was quest time. After all of those nodes, it was finally time. My chat all raring to go like they were right behind me in this journey. They was excited to see how a baby Tenno like myself would take in this mission. Just knowing that got me hyped, and I nosedived further into the Warframe madness. It was time to resume the story once more. We plunged deeper to understand what were those drones and what did they seek. As we do what Lotus says, it is then she just leaves us, isolated, all alone.
Hello? Did the Lotus just abandon the operator? Get cut off? I have extraction ready. I think you should hurry.
We extract from our ship, but we are met with probably the coolest character I have ever come across.
The spring has ended. The Lotus blossom has snapped shut, her true nature revealed. Now, we shall see if codependence can be broken. Let us begin to unravel her long-hidden truth.
He looks so fucking cool. Who the fuck is that? Teshin? To reveal her long, unhidden truth? What was I missing out? What did I not see or even realize? Was Space Mom the evil one all along? Too many questions were zooming into my mind, and I was still amazed at the character design of Teshin. The voice acting as well were the foundations of a great mission that were being set in place. And I couldn't wait for what was next to come. We had to help Teshin for the next mission, and let me tell you, anyone who looks as cool as that and makes their appearance that stone cold, I am helping in a heartbeat. With Space Mom still abandoning her baby Tenno, the Teshin digs at Lotus only grew more petty.
Unlike your Lotus, I will not keep its secrets from you.
Damn. But there had to be some truth to it. I wanted to know. She had to cover her tracks? Teshin is putting me in danger? Whilst everything was not concrete just yet, I was still perplexed. What exactly could be the issue? Moving aside the spat between Space Mom and Teshin, we were able to successfully obtain information of the mysterious tomb. And so, Space Mom immediately orders us to stop Tyl Regor from entering the tomb. Instead, however, we are met with a survival mission, where you just survive for the whole amount of time, which I got to say was not really the most fun of mission types. So much so, I just decided to just jump up and down to kill time. We found out more about Teshin, who is a pseudo Tenno. What is going on here? And just when I thought it couldn't get more puzzling, Tyl Regor unleashes the Sentient. A wave of unease resonates throughout the mission as you see this figure. The voice, sinister, like Ultron.
Nata, who have you become?
Oh!
Does this form remind you of what you once were? Time has carried.
The appearance almost charred to a crisp, to the point it goes beyond creepy. But more importantly, why did it look like it was an outline of Space Mom? And Nata? We soon find out that Nata was Space Mom's old name. The Sentient is released and Teshin wants to make sure it's contained. The two squabble and bicker. It's fucking scary.
What is your Lotus hiding? Who is Nata?
My name. My old name. It is not who I am now.
Oh.
We need to focus on now, not history. We need to seal the tomb. A blast capable.
The Sentient is awake, Nata. It will not be contained for long.
Do not call me that. Containment will buy us time. Go now, Tenno. I will explain more when you reach the site.
But one thing is clear. We need to contain the Sentient now. But we're left with another defense mission. Great. Okay, now, you all know how I feel about these. I absolutely dread these. In fact, in the last few missions, we've done a defense, a survival, and then a hacking and defending mission. Now, if you ask me, I'm not the biggest fan of these types of missions, but at this point, I'm just being a picky Tenno. We defend our first objective, our second objective, and then the burnt figure makes his ominous appearance once more, with some big revelations.
Nata, why did you betray me? Why did you not
Oh,
finish
I just
this
realized it literally is like
Why?
Lotus. It's just a really burned version of it. Ugh.
What is it talking about, Lotus?
And just like that, we find out more. Lotus was meant to kill us, but why didn't she? She wanted children of her own, but couldn't, so she decided to take in the Tenno as her children. This story was just getting more and more enticing, and so I couldn't wait to get my head down and dirty in the mess that was this story. So many twists and turns. So many nuances that you can't miss. This was looking to be an experience that went above my expectations. So we basically just found out Lotus's government name. We understand she was on a mission to kill all Tenno, but she said, yeah, no, not for me. She saved us, brought us in as her children, and so kept the secret from us. What was on our plan next? Well, in classic Warframe fashion, we had junction work, we had nodes to complete, and all that boring stuff that I just dreaded. Skipping the numerous bullet jumps and the melee button mashing, we meet Tyl Regor, who Nata, yes, we are calling her by her government name now, not Space Mom anymore, told us to destroy him. And I tried to, sort of.
Is he actually doing damage? I'm so confused. What are you doing, bro?
It wasn't that he was necessarily difficult, it was more like he just kept blinking over and over and over again. The goose chase was in full throttle. I will slash my blade, but he would just blink and his shield would just heal up. I kept this up for a couple more minutes till he rose the water level, and then he blinked some more. I did realize that you weren't meant to be in the water with the water pumps trying to push you in. So it was a simple case of just trying to hit him without getting hit. With the boss finally defeated, we extracted and focused what was next on the agenda, obtaining the next quest. So after a questionable victory fighting the Frost Spectre, who was guarding the Junction, we obtained the second dream, where we learn more about what exactly was unleashed from the tomb, the origin of the Sentient, and what it wants to do. Bring on the adventure. In an instant, we are introduced to this amazing cutscene.
Who destroyed the Organ? Your way of life.
Who the fuck is this?
Whom do you hunt, Shadow, to cleanse your despair, their blood? Tenno. Sever their heads, yet they rise again. Someone has hidden the Tenno essence, their truth from you. Lotus. I know where she hides the Tenno heart. heart. A womb in the sky, forbidden to my kind, but where you will take me. I am Junction, sentient destroyer of worlds. By your hand, expose their heart. By my edge, leave it beating from its nest.
To the head of the Warframe, Junkson's voice that gives goosebumps, or even the Stalker, who was now out on a quest to take us out. Things just kept getting better. We were met with another infiltration mission to grab vault data, but I wasn't going to let that deter me. With patience, I had learned from my mistakes. I got the data with ease. Unfortunately, our second obstacle got me. Discombobulated, I turned to chat for answers, and unfortunately, there was just a slight miscommunication.
Do I just bullet jump my way through? No, it doesn't. Oh my god. Whatever. Oh my god.
Despite that, we went 2 for 2. Much better than the multiple 1 out of 3s I've got in the extraction missions. Our next quest, we were meant to find the Sentient fragments. I say meant to because I was struggling big time.
Sometimes the only way is up. Thank you people. Okay. Oh wait. For fuck's sake, man.
Are these the bones you're looking for, Lotus?
Thank you guys. Thank you.
And my viewers had quite a spectacle trying to give me hints to where I was meant to go. And after that awful hunt, we finally find out that we were baited. And so, the Stalker now knows where the reservoir is. And by the reservoir, I mean where Lotus hid the location and never told us. Our next quest takes us to a Corpus outpost on Nezo, where we soon find out that the reservoir, the source of our power, is on the moon. Something that was thought to have been destroyed. So we soon extract, which now it's on us to protect the moon. We were officially on the moon. The moon. Didn't look as I thought it did, however, I guess it suffices. We venture our way deeper into the moon and we are soon met with the Stalker. I didn't think my first Stalker would look like that, but hey, who am I to judge? We make quick work with him and now we are tasked to pulling the moon out of the void, which meant destroying the pendulum. You can tell by the look of this face that there was nothing but pure confusion, and this face persisted. And so, after a few minutes, it finally clicked in my head. My viewers were watching, left scratching their hair out as to when I was going to figure it out. But don't you worry, Uncle and Auntie Tennos, I had this. Well, I wish I had it. But let's just say I got the answer with the wrong formula.
Yeah, nope, I'm behind the pillar. We're good. It's more like, how do you get him to actually do it? Because right now I'm just running around praying.
Last one.
Oh. There you go. Cool. Okay, so I saved the moon? Yeah? No? It doesn't feel like I saved the moon.
We enter into a cinematic where it doesn't disappoint. The music chills. The ambient water, immersing ourselves in the game. Everything was amazing. And now, just like how a director says cut, everything stopped. What the fuck just happened? Being saved by what seems to be a small Warframe? The Stalker appears. And as he hesitates, it's Junction who says he will deal with it. And now, it was time to run for our lives.
You hesitate, Shadow, but remember your despair. This is your only chance to make it end.
Come on, Shadow.
Your hatred is too weak, Shadow. Mine is strong. My fragments will finish this.
Unfortunately, we had quite a peculiar bug happen, and so to say the very least, it was quite comical. A one-armed mag carrying the other Warframe, we had to fight our way back. Whatever that black Warframe did to us, we were extremely strong. Like, really strong. Oh, there you go. Despite the sudden break in tension with this glitch, we successfully extracted and we were meant to take this Warframe to the heart of our orbiter. And suddenly, the Stalker is in our ship. Our ship? The hell? He has really ascended past levels of being a top tier Stalker, let me tell you that. As he pushes us back, it was on us to avoid his slashes and get to the somatic link. In classic fashion of just being inept at Warframe, we struggled, but we still persisted through. And so, we powered the somatic link enough. Did we do enough to save the Black Warframe?
No self, no sense, no death. Just a metal puppet dangling on Tenno strings. Only the Tenno's death will end your despair.
Oh! Oh!
All your dreadlong life, you've waited for this moment. But you're asking yourself, was I one of these wretched things? You know the answer. You still hate them. You still hate yourself.
Oh!
What is this?
I just broke the whole shit. Oh, Nata, hello.
Now we fight on two fronts, my child. The war without, and the war within.
Wait! And that right there was the secret of Warframe. The Black Warframe turned into a character customization screen. It wasn't a Black Warframe, but in fact, it was me. This was my true form. It was this little child that was controlling Mag. And instantly, everything just clicked into place. We learned more about our true selves, what school we were going to specialize in, and more about our past from speaking with Nata. But to be honest, I was still in shell shock at what this game just did to me. Over the past few videos, we have been on quite a journey. From going to Deimos and being in awe with the fishing and the NPCs we've been seeing, to getting into old mechs when our Warframe was at its weakest. Or even getting our hands on the Archwings to fly in outer space. And you can't even forget being lied to by Nata herself, where all of this led us to finally understanding Warframe. Now, I haven't played Warframe for long, but I feel like I got it figured out. It's that game where you need to push on, because let me tell you, it will all connect in some way. It's the game where you can sit back and relax. It's the game where you can go from boring, grindy Junction work to spectacular cutscenes where it consistently provides goosebumps. It's one of those games where they're saying, you worked so hard, you might as well get a reward from it, applies so much. The value from this game sometimes doesn't even come from the content itself, but the community. And I can fully vouch for this community, despite the backlash which I got at the start of my Warframe adventure. Because even further into my adventure, my viewers, the great people that they are, without hesitation helped me on my adventure to gain more resources for the amazing railjack. Maybe a potential future video. Seeing their jaw-dropping Warframes bullet jump besides me, I couldn't help but smile. And then, finally, as a parting gift, with how bad I was at spy missions, I was even gifted a prime Wukong Warframe at the end of everything. Shout out to Extra. Now, I am a filthy casual, so I can be wrong about what I just said, but this was just my experience. Thank you all very much for watching the video and giving me the opportunity to play some games for you. I love all the comments from the bad to the good. I had quite a chuckle reading all of them, and so let me know what you would like to see me play next. And once again, have a good one guys. Peace.